drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance in life. We are live every Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless we got a special guest. Like today, we got RX in the house.
Hey you guys. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Avo, for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming
excited. Back. Yes.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the holiday blues. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, no, that doesn't happen. It's a jolly time of the year. Not always, okay? Not always. So, just talking, like addressing that. Like, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Whether you celebrate or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, I hear, can affect people who are religious or not religious or celebrate or don't celebrate or whatever. Like, the holidays always come with some sort of like depression, substance use, suicide rates go up.
Yeah.
We were just talking about like the alcohol, consumption goes up. Like I think like New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve it goes up like 160% at like the local liquor stores,
totally.
Which is like a huge jump, And
now couple that in with the pandemic.
Right,
so people are already depressed.
Right.
And now the holidays.
Yeah, now the holidays are here. And it's like, oh, man, we want to be happy, we want to be joyous. But didn't, like, Governor Newsom go on, like, air and he was like, oh, sorry, kids, Santa's dead. Like, it's like they want to, like, kill all the joy and all the fun. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas, but why would you say that to, like,
I know.
on the news, right?
For real.
That's, like, crazy. Oh, my God. That's California for you, right?
Yeah, Jesus, man.
But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of address some of these issues and, not to talk too much about it, but, I share with Avo, a student that I work with, unfortunately, passed away. Found out the news this morning, and working with at-risk youth for me is like very rewarding. I'm always happy to work with at-risk youth because at one point in my life I was one of those badass kids, so just to be able to like reach back and help out some kids is always a good thing. But sometimes some of the kids do fall short, and they're not even like 18 yet, and like they pass away, and it can be very, very hard, as like someone like me who's like a therapist and wanting to help, and they fall short, and then it's like, oh man, it's really, really sad.
Yeah.
So this topic really definitely hits home for me during this time, and it's like, oh man, I just want to help as many people as I possibly can. And so I thank you for having the platform for me to just express these things and talk about this and just address it head on.
Of course. So how do you like, since you're a therapist and you do help people out that are dealing with addiction problems, troubles, especially being younger.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like we were talking about, like you not bringing it home,
right.
Like how do you, like when you find out a student unfortunately like passed away, like how do you cope with not sliding into depression from that?
Right, exactly. Because for me, grief and loss is like very, very hard, like extremely hard. And it's just about like talking about it, having like an outlet to just express myself to, whether it's writing, reading, talking, drawing, like having some sort of outlet for me to creatively express myself. And that way the feelings don't stay bottled up inside of me.
Yeah.
Because it's not good to, keep everything inside.
Yeah.
Because then, you'll explode at one point or another. But just definitely like working with those kind of kids is, just meeting them where they're at and just doing the best that you can. 'Cause that's really all we can do. We can't live their life for them. We can't, be like a helicopter over them, 24/7.
Yeah.
Like this week is, no one's in school this week. So some of the kids probably feel like, oh, I have, extra range to do whatever I want to do. I can go party. I can do this. I can do that. And sometimes it comes, with the cost. So it's just really unfortunate. It's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
How do you deal with youth that are dealing with like depression? What do you tell them?
Yeah, definitely having like a coping box for them. That's like a huge thing. Having numbers for them to call. There's like different hotlines and stuff like that for, anyone who's in need of help.
Yeah.
Getting together like a support system for them. Like sometimes they have a huge support system or they have friends and family who are there for them, and sometimes they don't. So it's like fishing out, who's there for you, who's going to answer your call no matter what time of the day it is, and just getting that support system behind them. Because, some days are good days and some days are bad days, and they're going to need that support every day.
That's important that you say that, because there's not all, like, the strive for it just to be all good days is not only unrealistic, but it's not healthy.
Right. It's like utopia, right? Like setting yourself up for failure, thinking like, oh, every day is going to be a great day.
Exactly.
You know, it's going to be marshmallows and candy everywhere. Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some days it will be really good, and some days it's not going to be that good. You know, any little thing could happen and it could like set them off. So it's like we got to just do our best to just keep them on track, and not just youth, but like our family members, our friends, and reaching out to them and making sure that they're okay during, these holidays, because everyone kind of puts like a fake smile on sometimes and say like, oh, everything is good, but really it's like, oh no, like let's get to the bottom of this. Like, what's really going on? How do you really feel?
Yeah.
And they have to feel safe enough to, discuss that with someone. So we just need to have like a good support system for people who are more at risk of falling into depression, use, and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing that's important to know is that even people who are not prone to like depression or substance abuse, like pretty much no one's safe. Like everyone's kind of at risk for these things, and like there's like a ton of different factors that factor into it, like a lot of stress around the holiday times, like financial stress. Yeah, a lot of it comes from financial stuff. Like, oh man, I have a kid. I want to buy my kid all this stuff for Christmas, but I don't have all the money. So that can cause a lot of stress on people. There's always like a percent of like tasks and things like that around like the holiday time, like parties to go to, social events. Your job is having like the little, gift, the white elephant thing or whatever it's called.
White Santa.
Yeah, like all these different things. Like everyone's always like up to something. So sometimes it's like if you don't feel like you're up to doing something, you can just say, or it's healthy if you just say, hey, I'm not feeling up to this right now. I don't want to participate. I don't want to do this. I have a lot going on. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are like, oh, I'll look like, like kind of like mean if I don't show up, or if I don't do what everyone at my job is doing, or my family, or something like that. And we have to just like check in with ourselves and say, hey, like, is this healthy for me right now? Like, am I feeling up to it? And if you're not feeling up to it, like, don't stress yourself and spread yourself so thin.
Exactly.
Because then, you're going to probably be more stressed,
Yeah.
and things like that. Yeah, so another thing is, like, traveling. Like, people, like, travel during the holiday times. And that right there could be a stressor in itself, especially these days during, like, the pandemic that's happening. It's not easy to just go and get on a plane and just go somewhere. There's like, extended, social distancing, masks, cleaning protocols, all these different things. That could be really stressful.
Can be, yeah.
It could be really stressful. Yeah, and then also a lot of family issues tend to come out around the holidays also.
True.
So it's like, oh, I got to get together with my whole family.
Yeah.
Oh, my cousin stole from me last time, so I got problems. We got problems, you know what I'm saying? So it's like family issues tend to come up around these times, and then some people will just, go to the family gathering, and, it's like some tension there, and there's, alcohol there sometimes, or other like social things going on, marijuana, whatever. And that right there could really take like a bad toll on you. So if you know that you're not 100% okay with going somewhere, like, hey man, say it straight up. I'm not ready for this. I'm not down for this. I don't want to, I don't want to go.
Do you consider yourself like a people pleaser? You like to make people happy?
I can be that way. I can be that way.
So you've like because I feel like a lot of people that want to like adhere to like their friends and family, like meet every obligation. They're generally people pleasers, and they just want everybody around me to be satisfied,
Yeah.
And people that are that way struggle with what you're talking about,
right,
with
exactly.
saying like, I'm not feeling it. That's something that I have had to struggle with. So
yeah, I feel like my past years, I struggle with it.
Yeah.
My past years, like when I was like maybe like teenager, like early 20s, I felt like, oh my God, like I have like 8 different things to go and do, and everybody wants me to come to their house, and I would have to go to all these different places, and it was stressful because I didn't want to say no. I would feel like I would be like so rude if I was to be like, no, I'm not coming to your house on the holidays, like sorry, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like after some years of me just like having to like find balance within myself, and me just saying like, okay, like this right here is not something that I want to go and extend myself and do, because it's going to cause me stress.
Yeah.
Like I have to drive like from here to here to there to there. Like I don't want to be doing all that driving on a damn holiday. Like y'all never come to my house on a holiday. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, over the years I have to just, cut that behavior out. And I feel like sometimes now I will like kind of get myself into something like, okay, my grandmother is having like something or whatever, and I don't want to tell grandma no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh my God, I really don't want to, but okay, I'm gonna come. I'll let her know, like, oh, I really don't want to. I'm gonna come, but I'm only gonna stay for, you know, X amount of time, and then I have to go. And she, you know, she's a very understanding woman, so she'll understand that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, it's like that fine line, you know. You have to just voice how you feel, and just voice what it is.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, I'll come by. I don't really want to come and stay all day. I'll come. I'll say hi, whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
How do you? What would you say to people that like are having difficulty navigating being with family members that is like problematic, that they have issues with?
Maybe you should try to self-isolate. Like, maybe you shouldn't be around because maybe, you know, things might blow up. You never know. And you don't want that to happen. So either self-isolate and just say, hey, I'm going to sit this one out. Or maybe, you know, somehow call that person up beforehand and try to like work things out before the big day. Because I've been in situations, not necessarily my family, but I've been in situations where people's family get together and I'm there, and it's like so-and-so don't like so-and-so, and these people right here are having problems, and it's like a fight will break out, and it's like kids there, and it's like y'all don't want the kids to be seeing all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, like one time my son, I wasn't there, thank the Lord, because I would have knocked somebody's damn head off. There was like my son was at, you know, some of his family's house, and like a fight broke out because the family members don't get along, and my son got hurt. He was in the hospital. My son got hurt.
Wow. So, in the hospital?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So I was like, of course, ready to, you know, oh my God. And I wasn't there. So it was like that much worse. And it's like, hey, like, I had to make the choice for my child and say, hey, like, he not coming around y'all no more like that.
Yeah,
whenever so-and-so and so-and-so up over here, like, my son can't come around.
Yeah.
And it's like drawing that line and just creating that boundary.
Yeah.
And like people have to respect that boundary.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, the safety of your child, the safety of, you know, yourself or whatever. Like, things can get pretty damn crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you seem like you're pretty good with setting boundaries for yourself. Like,
now at this age that I'm at now, I set a boundary.
So you
like
weren't
that.
always like that?
No, I feel like I would just be like, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and just, you know, go over there. And, oh, man, things might get crazy. But we'll just try to, you know, keep things calm. It's like I'm going to hope for the best. But sometimes hoping for the best ain't the best. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I've been in some situations. But, so sometimes also, you know, with all that, some people self-isolate, but it's not healthy self-isolation. So that was gonna be my next point to make, is that, like, self-isolation is okay to an extent. If it's, like, an unhealthy self-isolation and you're just, like, staying in your house or your room or whatever, and you're just, like, sleeping all day, you feel depressed, like, that's not healthy self-isolation. So in order, like, you know, to get out of that is just to, like, reach out to someone for help. Usually, I know that could be hard for some people, but that right there would really be, like, the best thing to do. Is to, like, reach out to, like, a friend, a family member. There's even, like, hotlines that people can call. I know one of them is 1-800-273-TALK. And that right there is a good hotline for people to call. So use that as a resource for you and your friends if needed. 1-800-273-TALK. It doesn't matter where you're at in the country, that is the number to call. So another thing is also, like, post-holiday sadness. Some people feel like the pressure of, like, the New Year's resolution and, oh, I didn't do my resolution. I went to the gym for 2 days and then I gave up. Oh my God, now I'm depressed. You know, like, post-holiday stress is a real thing as well, because, you know, for different reasons, people are, like, afraid of, like, what's going to happen in this new year. Like, this year in particular that's coming up, because people are going crazy about the whole presidential thing, right? Like, oh man, is Trump going to be back in office? Was the Simpsons right on that one episode? You know, like, all these different things. So it could be stressful. It could be stressful, but, you know, we shouldn't put so many demands on ourselves. That's what I honestly think. I feel like we put too many demands on ourselves when the new year comes to, like, have all these resolutions and to
change your life.
Yeah, you think, like, a magic wand is going to, like, come over you while you're sleeping and then you're going to wake up and everything's, like, perfect.
Yeah, get a raise, get more in shape, get more happy. It's like
that's not going to happen like that.
Yeah, for
like,
real.
You want to start those things, like, early on. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do all those things in the new year. Like, that's putting too much pressure on yourself and too much, like, demands. That right there can cause, you know, you to feel stressed out and, you know, you spread yourself too thin. and then it happens, and then you fail. And just because you fall down doesn't mean you can't get back up.
Yeah.
If you fall down, you can get back up.
Yeah.
But some people fall down and they want to, like, stay down.
Totally.
And it's like, oh man, that's not good.
Especially with like exercise and diet. I was just talking to my
That's
friend
like
today.
the biggest one, right?
Because people, as soon as they start it for the new year, and dieting is not easy. It's
oh my
fucking
God, it's
hard.
not. It's like you have to change your mind.
Yeah.
You have to like not like ice cream and
Totally.
candy.
Yeah. I'm terrible at dieting. I'm fucking the worst. I love ice cream and fucking Mexican food way too much.
Me too.
So I fall off all the time, but the thing that you got to do when you're trying something new is to be kind to yourself and be like, it's okay. I'll just get back set the next day, because nobody would learn how to walk if they fucking whenever they fall. They're just like, well, I'm going to crawl for the rest of my life.
Right, exactly.
You know? So you just got to be kind to yourself when it doesn't really take off. It's not a linear progression. It's more like this. You know?
Yeah,
So.
I think that's like a huge one, like you just said right now, like diet and exercise, because it's not just like waking up one day and not liking a food or just changing your whole diet. Like, it's a process.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you might want to like wean off of what you love, and
Totally.
you know it's not always like good for you.
Yeah.
You should like wean off of those things and start slowly replacing it with like healthy foods. Like, maybe once a week you'll go and eat a meal that normally you wouldn't eat, but you know that's like a healthy meal for you. Like for me, for a long time I would only eat fried fish for like years and years.
Yeah.
I would never eat like baked fish. Like,
Yeah, or
I'm not gonna
grilled
eat
or
that.
something.
Like, ew, I'm not eating that.
What about
right?
sushi?
I won't eat sushi.
You still to this day, you want to eat
No.
raw sushi?
I always want to I always eat it just to see if I'm gonna like it, like magically like it, and I never do.
The texture just bothers you?
Yeah,
Word.
it's like kind of like cold, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like mushy.
Yeah.
It's like the rice, and
Yeah.
I only had the California rolls. I never had anything else. I won't eat nothing raw.
Damn.
But the California
okay.
rolls, I always try it, and it's never good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I used to only eat fried fish, and it took me years and years to stop eating. Not that I don't eat fried fish at all, because I will have it a few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
But now I pretty much almost exclusively only eat like grilled fish. Like, I won't eat fish that's been fried that much. I won't eat catfish anymore. I used to only eat catfish.
Oh, wow.
And I won't eat it no more.
Yeah.
I'll have like red snapper.
Nice.
Yeah, and then like if I eat like something that's like grilled, I'll have like, Atlantic salmon or something. Like something healthy. And before, you couldn't pay me to eat that. Like, there's no way I'm eating that. Like,
Yeah.
like rice and like, zucchini or whatever. Like, I used to hate all that stuff. But now it's like over the years, I have to like train myself slowly. It didn't happen overnight.
Totally.
It wasn't, my New Year's resolution. I woke up and my new utopia had arrived, Like,
And you just immediately
a long
liked
time.
it. You're not like,
no.
man, this is just so much better off cuff.
Yeah, it took a while, man. It took a
Yeah.
while, but I really like California Fish Grill.
Mm-hmm.
That place is like so good. They have really good seafood there.
Yeah. Yeah, that place is bomb. It's down the street. from
Oh,
there.
yeah, it's one over here. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one near my house also. I go there like so much. But yeah, I like to try different things and like slowly step into that.
Yeah.
Like a New Year's resolution is almost like, to me, it's kind of fake. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on what your New Year's resolution is, but you can't just wait until that New Year and say, okay, now I'm going to start. Like,
For real.
you have to start, like, as soon as your mind tells you, like, oh, you should start, your body tells you should start doing this. Like, you have to just do it. Because if you wait until, like, put it off until later, like, I don't know, I feel like you're kind of setting yourself up for some failure there.
Totally.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but diet is really important for like depression and just mental health in general. Like, I know you eat really healthy. Like, we talked about this before. You don't even drink soda or anything.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, diet is, like, in my opinion, one of the most like fundamental good things you can do to yourself. Not like, I guess I shouldn't say diet. I should say eating good food.
Right.
Because you
Eating
eat food that's
healthy.
not like really like gonna make you fit, but it's like
Yeah.
good for it's good for the body. It's good for the mind. Like pasta, it's good to have every now and then.
I eat pasta. I like fettuccine alfredo.
Pasta's amazing.
Oh my god,
Pasta's
it's so
really good.
Yeah, I'll have that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I will have that sometimes. But I know it's so like fattening, so I try to eat like it's another pasta that I tried last weekend actually. I was like, oh man, I want to eat fettuccine alfredo, but I was like, I should eat something healthy.
Yeah.
Just because, and it was like a garlic and tomato base, and it was like angel hair pasta with like all these like vegetables.
Yeah.
It was really good actually.
Nice.
It was really good. I was like, hey, this actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I want to like train myself to like this.
Yeah, totally.
And like get away from like the fettuccine alfredo.
Word.
I love fettuccine. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
Fettuccine alfredo. Yeah.
It's like when you get like stuck in like, I like this.
Yeah,
and
I like
you kind of
that.
want it all the time, you know?
Yeah, that's how I am. Once I like something, I want it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I want, like, if I like something, I'm, like, stuck on it.
Yeah.
And it's, like, not always good. It could be good, but sometimes it's not good.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be real with y'all and say, I wasn't supposed to do this, but today I went to See's Candy and got candy. Like,
you like See's Candy a lot?
Oh my god!
Really?
It's this one candy there called the Polar Bear Paw, and it's like peanuts with caramel, and it's covered in white chocolate.
Oh, interesting.
And it's so good.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. And I always tell myself I could only have this like once or twice a year. I shouldn't have it more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I really shouldn't be eating that, you know. But I think that this year, since my birthday in October, I've probably been there like 5 times. And that's like way out of the ordinary.
So what? Since like in 2 months?
That's like a lot.
That's like that's a cheat meal once a week,
pound
though.
of candy, like that's like a lot. It's like a pound of candy, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. And I was like, do you want me to gift wrap this? And I'm like, no, it's for me. Like, don't gift wrap it. I want easy access to get to it. I don't share it with my kids. I bring them their own little snacks from there, but
it's like
yeah.
you're saying, like you got to be kind to yourself, you know, over that stuff, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I told myself I'm only gonna have 2 a day. If I only have 2 a day, then it'll last me a while.
Yeah. Word.
I have to just stick to it though.
Yeah, you
I
do.
had 2 today, so I can't go home and have no more. So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Word. But yeah, eating healthy is really, really important for like combating depression, especially during these times.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're around your family. Like people generally pack on like holiday weight because it's impossible to not eat like super clean when you're with your family at Thanksgiving. There's like hella good food
You'll
around.
be looking crazy at my family house because I think that when I was like not eating meat and I would go to my family's house, they'll be like, oh my God, Miha, what are you going to eat? And I'm like, it's okay. I'm going to have some mashed potatoes. And some, it's like you have your little list of things that you could eat, but they're looking at you like you're crazy. Like, oh my God, you're not going to have a turkey leg? Like, how dare you? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, take some. And it's like, oh my God, you guys don't understand. Like,
totally.
I get it.
Totally.
Yeah, so it was like so weird. I mean, I eat meat now, but like before when I didn't, it was like a curse. It was like a sin at my family's house. Like, oh my God, you have no idea.
Yeah.
But for coping mechanisms for the holiday blues, I have a little short list of things that people can try. Maybe sometimes I know people, they don't have their family around or they have very little family. And, you know, maybe just planning a family outing. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It doesn't have to be anything huge. But just having, like, something with you and your family or start like, a new tradition or something like that. Like, anything with you and your family to get together and just have fun and just to lift your spirit. Like I said earlier, just saying and voicing that you're not up to do something right now. Like we talked about this earlier, like volunteering, like locally to like help out like the elderly, the homeless, you know, a gift drive, a neighbor. Also spending time outdoors while the sun is out.
Yeah, so important.
We're moving toward the winter solstice right now, so the days are going to be getting shorter.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, so it's going to be dark. You know, like, it gets dark at like 5 o'clock now. And I'm always like, oh man, what time is it? Like 10:30? You know?
I know.
Oh my God, it's like 6:45.
4 o'clock. You're like, well, I'm tired.
Right, exactly. I'm like, oh my God, like it's like, usually it doesn't weigh on me, but it's like, oh my God, like the sun isn't out. Like, oh my God, this is like so horrible. And like, I think I shared this with you before that like I used to like to smoke a lot during like this season. Like whenever it's cold and dark, I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But for me, that's smoke season.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my God, I'll be in that weather outside. It's like cold, it's airy. And I'm like, oh man, if I could just smoke right now. And it's like, oh my God, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I have to just keep my mind strong. You know, don't go down that path.
Totally.
Because like I said, once I like something, I'm gonna always do it. I'm not. It's gonna be hard for me to stop.
Yeah.
So I have to, you know, kind of keep myself in check with that.
Word.
Yeah. Like the hotline that I spoke about. There's other hotlines. Look up hotlines in your local area. Like we talked about, eating healthy food, getting sleep, exercising, talking to someone, whether it's like a therapist, a friend, a family member, and just avoiding substance abuse. And I also brought my little coping box.
So this is what you, through your therapy, you tell your people to do
this. Right here is like a small version.
Okay.
Sometimes it'll be like this one. I'll show you guys this one. There's like a bigger one that I have also, and it's like a big box, and it has like a bunch of like pencils and markers and, you know, journaling stuff, scrapbooking stuff, like books, different things that I like to do. But this right here is something that you don't even have to be going through the holiday blues to use something like this. Like, you just get a little box and then you put like a bunch of little like post-it notes inside of it. I just poured them all out.
Oh, cool.
And then each of these little post-it notes just has like a different activity on it. So I'll just pick up this one randomly, right? So say if I'm like at home, I'm not feeling too good, I'm feeling kind of down, and before I get, you know, too down on myself, I would just say, hey, let me grab my coping box, and I'll just mix up the little post-it notes, pull one out, and this one says draw in my art book while listening to flute music. Like, I like listening to like flute music and drumming, so I would like, you know, take X amount of time to just sit down and just do that.
Yeah.
And that right there is something that I like to do. So I would suggest that people make a coping box of things that you like to do. Whatever it is that you like to do, that's a healthy activity. It can't be like thing, call up your ex.
Yeah, totally.
Don't do that.
Hit that Henny.
Take 2 shots.
Yeah, totally. Not healthy
that's
activity.
Not what this is for. This is for healthy activity. So say if I do that and I'm like, you know, oh my God, I still feel kind of down. So I pick up another one and I'll say, we just said that we shouldn't do this too much, but eat my favorite candy or sweet.
Yes.
And sweet could be like some fruit or something also. That could be a nice treat to have also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like another one. Let's get the purple one. So take a drive to a friend's house or a family member's house. So that right there could be another one, like going and like visiting somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through all of them, but just to like give you guys an idea of like things that I would, you know, put in mind so maybe you'll have an idea to put in yours. Would be like journal my goals for 30 minutes. So I would just like write about like whatever goals I have, like a little plan to, you know, accomplish those goals, just like get myself motivated.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Let's see. Well, this right here is something that I need to do often is spend 30 minutes organizing my junk drawer. I have this one drawer and I just have like so much stuff in there.
A word's getting triggered right now.
It's like all these
that whole
things.
junk drawer angle.
I have like so much stuff in there. It's like, oh my God, let me organize this.
So you just have a drawer you just throw stuff into, like
yeah, I have
extra
like
coins and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have like my Polaroid camera in there, like extra film. I have like notebooks. I have pens. I have like old pens, not the ones that I currently use. I just like hang on to like all my pens. I don't know why. I like collect them and just throw them in there.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like random papers. Like just different stuff. Like I think that last time I cleaned it out, it was like an old work manual from like my old job of the handbook or something. Like, why do I have this in here? Like, get rid of it already. Yeah. So it's just like different things that, you know, you guys could do. And these are just some of mine.
That's good. That's a really good idea. I've never heard a coping box.
Yes. This right here is like my little small one that I would use just, you know. Sometimes I'll have like a goal for myself. Like, okay, today I'm going to pick out like 3 different things to do. So that way I'm not just like sitting around the house on social media, scrolling or watching TV or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to be like active today. I want my brain to be like, you know, working today. So I'll have this here and I'll just pick out like 3 different things and I'll do those 3 different things. Or I get my actual box and just like, okay, today I feel like drawing. And like I said, I just put on some music on YouTube. I like, you know, the flute music. I like the drumming. And sometimes like piano. And I would just sit down and I'll just, whatever I feel, like I'll just draw it. Whether it's, you know, some scribble scrabble, a picture, you know, something. My drawing is not the best. But, you know, I just do what I have to do. Yeah, it's just like coping for me. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it next time. I have to like show you guys like some of my drawings. It's like crazy.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I think a big thing that you said also is going outside.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because we need that vitamin D. Like people have been saying that vitamin D is so essential in fighting the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And just I feel like if you just like eat healthy and then you're like going outside getting some sun because like the way our lifestyles are now, it's not really geared towards going outside that much.
Right.
You know, it's all about keeping you inside. Everything
Yep.
is like fighting for your attention. Every
Yep.
like application is like, just pay more attention to me,
Yeah.
and you're just like on your phone, like, you know,
Yeah,
going
next thing you
everywhere.
know, like hours have passed by, or so the sun's going down.
For real.
Yeah, so we have to use our time wisely. And I was just at my chiropractor yesterday, and he was telling me the same thing. Like, whatever you do, like, just make sure you're going outside. Make sure that your arms are exposed, even if it's a little bit chilly out. Like, get some sun. Let the sun hit your skin, because you need the vitamin D to boost your immune system.
Yeah.
Like, the virus is around. There's other viruses around that's not even coronavirus, just regular, colds that are going around during
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah.
Like, please just make sure you're getting outside. I'm like, okay, doctor. Like, I always go outside. I'm going to be outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so today I was out pretty early this morning. The sun was out. It felt really good out. And I just took like a short walk, and I just went out for like, a drive to move my car for street sweeping.
Nice.
And just like be outdoors, and it just felt really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how like something as small as like just a walk around the block can really just like boost your mood.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what you said is true, is about like boosting your immune system. Like right now, like we live in LA, and there's this whole like, quasi lockdown being put in place
Yeah.
with the curfew. And the thing that's like kind of problematic about it is all about keeping people in,
Inside
to keep
the
people
house.
safe. But then it's like you're also depleting their immune system because they're
Right.
not going outside, they're not getting like the amount of exercise,
Yep.
they're not seeing the sun.
Right. Quality of life goes down, in my opinion.
Totally.
If I can't be outside, like, my quality of life is not where I want it to be.
Yeah.
So even if I remember like when everything was really bad back in like April, I want to say.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would just go like in my backyard, or I would go like my courtyard at my condo, and just like be outside.
Yeah.
And like it was a shame, because if like more than 2 people are outside, it's like certain nosy neighbors, and they're like, "You guys can't be outside.
Oh
I'm gonna call the
God.
cops." It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, are you serious right
Yeah.
now? Like, this is so crazy.
When I was filming, I think the second sterilized battles on my roof, there was hella people up there. There was like 40 people on my roof. That's why my landlord hates me. But some woman like across across the street was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you guys can't be filming up there." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Who are you?" People get like definitely like very serious about
Oh
this,
my
you
God,
know.
yeah.
But I understand everybody wants to be safe. Everybody doesn't want
Yeah.
everything to be spreading. But the point is to get outside as much as possible, even if it's taking a small little walk.
Right.
That's
yeah.
also exercise too.
It is,
So.
absolutely, yeah. Because I like to. There's like a certain park near my house, and it has a ton of like inclines. It's like a huge like hills and stuff. So I like to go there also.
Yeah.
And just like be outdoors, like other people there. Everyone's social distancing, and it's just like being outdoors, feeling the grass on your feet, and just feeling
Yeah.
the sun and feeling the air. Like it just feels really good. And I just love being outdoors. So that's why for me, like right now during this time of the year, I make it a point to myself like every day to be outside. Like even if it's like 30 minutes, like be outside as much as possible. Like go out and take a walk and do things, not just going to your car to go to the store. Like
Yeah.
but like just like being outdoors, like sit outside and just like listen to music or write or draw or talk to a friend or something. Just being outside is like a huge advantage for us to boost our immune system and just to get some good vibes. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're feeling some sort of strong feelings of depression, I think a really important thing also is to know that you're not going to die from depression. It's not going to, like, the actual feeling isn't going to kill you. So as long as you know that feelings are transient and that you won't feel the exact same in an hour that you're feeling right now, and that if you do something good to yourself, like a coping box, like going
Right.
outside, it will be beneficial. It's not
Yes.
going to, like, erase the mood, and you're not going to immediately get better, but
Right.
it is a good coping
It'll
mechanism.
be making you like take steps toward feeling better.
Yeah.
It might not happen like this.
Yep.
Today might just not be one of those good days, but maybe tomorrow things will be better.
Yeah.
You have to kind of remember that every day isn't always going to be, a horrible day.
Totally.
Yeah. Some days are bad and some days are good. It's
Yeah.
ups and downs, it's ebbs and flows of life. And that's how, it kind of is. But it doesn't mean that you have to just stay down and just be down all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can feel down a little bit if that's what happens, but do things to lift yourself back up.
Totally.
Yeah, or reach out for support and have someone else help you lift yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. You guys can always email me, kgray@rideordie.com. I'm open all the time. But yeah, you guys got any questions for RX?
Oh, I see Danny.
What's up, Danny? The GOAT. The GOAT himself.
Too cold.
But yeah, any questions you guys got, RX will answer them.
I see Daniel Levin says to connect with people and communities that you're interested in, like maybe sports and video games. I think that's really dope. That's a very good idea to like connect with people who like the things that you like.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Totally. We're lucky that we're in the battle rap community and we can, connect with people of all different demographics and interests and people that might not ever interact with each other.
Right.
Exactly. We come
together.
It's a beautiful thing. Together. What ways off top that you can recognize your depression, Tony?
Feelings of sadness, feelings of loneliness, not wanting to get out of bed, having like headaches from like not eating. Those are some of the ways that you kind of know that you're recognizing some depression.
How do you deal with depression when others around you are depressed? Their energy keeps you in that mode. What happens when you work with those people?
Definitely just, positive self-talk. Because sometimes you are in environments where that's just like how people are around you.
Yeah.
And it's about you just having full control of your mind, your actions, your body, and staying on your square to where you like, okay, people around me are depressed, but I feel good. And just saying that, like, I feel good, I'm happy, I'm grateful. Mm-hmm. And, saying things that you're grateful for and just keeping that positive self-talk going. And if sometimes it's hard to, like at work, I've had a job before where people are just like super, super like depressed. People are just super like negative.
Yeah.
And just like trying to get them to be positive. Like say something to them that's positive or talk to them about something positive. So maybe they can start being kind of positive. You
Totally.
know? Yeah, I've been in those situations before.
Yeah, and I mean, it's okay also to feel some levels of depression. Like, it's fine to go through that, like, the problem, I think, is when you feel it as your baseline, is when your baseline is depression. I feel like that's where it can get problematic. If, like, you keep returning to it, and that's, like, where you feel an overabundance of it. That's when you can be like, okay, I think I'm depressed, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it could be, like, a clinical thing. Maybe you might want to go and get some sort of, treatment or help. I saw someone asking about, like, medication. And, I mean, you should talk to a doctor about that, but try to do other steps before you just take a pill, because sometimes you take that pill and it may not work with you and it could make things worse for you. And yeah, definitely just talk to a doctor if you feel like you need medication or if you're on medication. But right now we're just talking about like, things that can be coped with.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't cope with it at all, then it can be something clinical, and I would definitely suggest to talk to a doctor.
Yeah, and like we said earlier, it's pretty common for people to get the blues during the holidays. So these are just like some easy ways to kind of like, not like cure you, but definitely like add a new perspective to your day.
Get yourself on like a positive vibration.
Yeah.
And a positive note. So someone else is. Oh, I see Swerving Centaur.
Yeah.
So pushing toxic people away from my life helped me. Restricting my time on social media also helped me. And that's a very, very big thing, is spending less time on social media. And also, if there's somebody toxic in your life and it's not like a parent or like, someone that you can't get rid of, like get rid of those people. Like if you're not married to somebody, y'all don't got no kids together, y'all always fighting or whatever the case is, like get that person out of your life. That person should not be in your life. They're not giving you anything positive. If all they do is give issues, problems, like get rid of that person. You don't need to have all these problems. Like, it's not going to help you in the long run. Yeah,
some people are like, hesitant to move on from, like, a platonic relationship because they've been, it's, we have so much history. I've just been friends with this person forever. Mm-hmm. But there gets to a point when that's all you have is history. It's like you're only friends because of history.
Because I've known you since the 6th grade.
Yeah, and then you're like, we don't have anything in common anymore. Or beyond that, we don't get along.
Super negative. Yeah. Like I had a friend who I was friends with since like junior high school, and she was just always so negative. Like no matter how positive I try to be, teach her things, things, all this different stuff. Like, she was just always so negative. And it was like, oh my God, I gotta get away from this girl. But it was like that thing, like, where it's like, oh, we got history. Like, I've known her for years. Like, you know, this and that. And finally it got to a point where, like, you know, a situation happened, and it was like the last straw for me. And it was just like, okay, like, I'm going this way, you go that way, that's it. And like, we haven't spoken to her or talked to her or seen her nothing in like years.
Word.
And like, it's just like, I just feel happy. And it's like, oh my God, like, this person was so negative, like always being so negative. And like, oh my God, you gotta get away from people like that. Seriously.
Yeah. Word. Anything else, everybody? It's pretty crazy. It's already the holidays also.
I know. Didn't this year go by like super fast?
Yeah, I feel like it was just March.
Right.
I was like, where did the summer go? It's like cold now. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you know, like traveling through Colorado, it's like snowing everywhere. I'm like, this is insane.
Oh my God.
All right, so Lamar said, okay, so you're going through some issues with your, I'm assuming your girlfriend leaving you. What would you give advice to Lamar?
If it's just the girlfriend and you guys don't have any children together and you guys are married, then there's always going to be more fish in the sea. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah. You have to move on. If that person is moving on and they're leaving you, oh, it's his wife. That's what he's saying. It's his wife. Yeah, that could be tough. Maybe try couples counseling. I don't know if she'll be up for it, but maybe try that.
Yeah, even getting therapy for yourself would be the best thing to do. Checking yourself into therapy, because this is not going to be easy at all. Like the road is going to be long and hard. But the thing is, you were you before you met this woman, and you'll be you after. And all the love that you're going to experience in your entire life comes from within you. So it's not like you're never going to be able to find somebody again that you fall in love with. You're just going to need to cope with this trauma going on in your life. And to be honest with you, this is probably going to make you a better person. Like, you know, going through severe struggle oftentimes brings the best out of us. I know it's hard to see that when you're in it, but the best thing I would say for you to do, and it was the best thing I did when I went through a bad breakup, is to go to therapy.
Yeah, I've been through a pretty bad split before myself. I think people pretty much know that's about me. I was with my children's father for like 12 years, and I had to make the choice to, you know, get away from him. And it wasn't easy. It was like really, really hard. But I had to make the choice for myself and for the betterment of my future.
Yeah.
Because I just knew like staying in like a little box, like I'm not going to be able to grow the way that I want to. So it was really hard, but I was able to get through it. And oh man, that was some tough times. But I got a text message from someone who was saying, how does what you eat affect your mood? So food is alive, right? Or it's dead, depending on what you're eating. So your body is like reproducing itself off of what we put into our body. So if you're eating a bunch of junk, then your body is kind of reproducing off of that junk, and it's not always nutritional.
Yeah.
So if you eat things that are like good for you, like fruits, vegetables, you know, healthy grains and things like that, like that's gonna keep your mind alert. It's gonna keep your body healthy. It's gonna keep your body strong. And if you're eating like a bunch of junk food, like it's gonna have you like, you know, not feeling too good. You're gonna feel down. You're not gonna feel like you want to get up and do things. Yeah. Also, like a lot of things that like antioxidants and stuff like that are in the food, like go to your brain and it could help you and it's good for you. I think that maybe we should talk about that one day, like food, like different foods and different moods and different, you know, centers in your brain and your body that, you know, react to different foods and like caffeine. Like caffeine gives you that, you know, extra energy and things like that. But you don't have to get caffeine to get that extra energy. There's other foods that you can eat. I know like almonds. Almonds are really good for you. Almonds are like really good. I can't think of all the properties right now, but maybe one day I'll come back and we'll talk about like food.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, word.
That'll be really dope. But yeah, definitely. But you like that whole saying, you are what you eat. Like it's so true. I think like every like 7 years, like your body like fully like reproduces. You're almost like a whole new person every 7 years or something like that.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
pretty
would believe
crazy.
that, for sure.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't always the person that I am today, but I didn't always eat like I eat today.
Yeah.
Like once I changed my diet and changed how I started eating, my mind changed.
Oh yeah,
I started just like thinking more positively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I go back like fucking 3 years ago, oh my god, I was like drinking hella alcohol, just eating like dog shit, fucking eating hella meat. It's insane, like drinking hella coffee, and now it's like I don't drink coffee, I don't drink alcohol, I don't really eat meat anymore. It's like very, very different.
Yeah, same.
And
for
you can
me.
tell after you eat like a fucking bad meal, like just a junk food meal, you never
Oh,
feel
man.
good. You're never like, God damn, I feel great.
I don't feel good. Like the other day, I was so hungry, but I didn't feel like going to like this one place to go and get some good food. And I was like, oh, Wiener Schnitzel's right there. I'm about to go and get some chili cheese fries. I love their chili cheese fries.
I remember you told me
and
that.
right afterwards, like I just felt like heavy. I felt like sick. I went home and I just like laid down and like watched Law and Order. And I was like, I shouldn't have ate those chili cheese fries. I wouldn't be laying here watching Law and Order right now.
Yeah.
I would be doing something productive. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe
that's
it's.
very
I think
true.
it's either you or Esso on Ruin an Hour talked about like how the itis. You know, like we get the itis. That's not a good thing. You know, that we're like, oh man, I'm so full, I got the itis.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
think
like,
that was S. I think I seen that one.
Yeah.
I think it was her.
yeah, when you get the itis, it's like not good to be like eat a meal and then just be like, I can't move.
Right.
It's like not a good thing.
That's not good at all. Tomorrow, everybody finna have the itis. Y'all better be careful
For
out
real,
there, okay?
for
I
real,
want
for
y'all
real.
to put some cranberry sauce on your plate. I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, get some fruits and vegetables. Oh my god, yeah, because
Yeah.
turkey naturally like makes you sleepy or something like that. Like I don't really eat turkey.
I've never liked turkey, honestly.
Yeah, it's really dry.
It's so, I'm like, dude, the shit that's good about turkey is the stuff you put on it. Like, it's never like the actual turkey.
Yeah, I don't really eat.
And then you gotta
turkey.
fry the fuck out of it to make it good. It's just like, this sucks. Turkey.
I won't eat it. I won't eat it. But I think there's something in it. There's like some like something
is.
like chemical or something in it that like a turkey naturally has or whatever. But it makes you tired afterwards. Like turkey like makes you sleepy.
Yeah.
And it's like, why they got us eating out on Thanksgiving? It's a conspiracy. No, I'm just
know,
playing. I won't go there. I won't go there.
Word. Oh yeah, do you do any breathing exercises?
Oh yeah.
So what do you do?
That's like
Just deep breaths?
in through your mouth. In through your nose, hold a few seconds, and out through your mouth. And also, like, whenever you're doing it, make sure the air is going, like, down to your stomach.
Yeah, breathing through your stomach. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
I took, like, some breathing classes before. There's a breathologist woman that comes here to LA. I think that she's from LA. She would come to my spiritual center, and she would teach classes. And I took one when I was pregnant with my daughter. And a lot of diseases and a lot of like discomfort in your body, it comes from breathing wrong.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that I was like breathing wrong for like a long time.
Yeah, also like I feel like I breathe through my chest a lot, and there's like a lot of stress there.
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
It's like even my therapist is like, when you talk, sometimes I can feel like I can see the tension right here. You know. So she told me the same thing, to breathe through your stomach.
Breathing exercise. Yeah, like your diaphragm or something like that. Yeah, doing that right there really helps. And I would do that like some nights. If I'm feeling really stressed, like I will take like a deep breath and hold it for like 10 seconds and then let it out. And then like one thing that I would do is like breathe in, and then I would just be thinking about like the air coming in and taking out all the toxicity out of like your mind, your body, the stress, the tension, and then you're like blowing it out, and then you breathe in again, and you're imagining like breathing in like the good stuff, and it's like staying in and staying with you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's all in my mind, I don't know, but it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It
perspective.
definitely works.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It works for me because breathing, sometimes I get like so like, you know, mad about a situation or whatever, and like I know I'm not like breathing the way I'm supposed to,
Yeah.
and I just feel tense. I just feel like tense, like everywhere, just like tense. And then once I start doing like my deep breath exercises, it you know, it takes it all away. Like I'm good afterwards. So yeah, breathing is a huge thing, like breathing correctly. And there's YouTube videos out there also.
Yeah.
Like breathing exercises, with like guided breathing exercises where someone's like telling you like what to do, and like those definitely work. I would do those with my students a lot.
Cool.
Those work really good.
Dope.
Oh, someone said ND20. So it's called tryptophan. That turkey contains an amino acid called tryptophan, and I'm sorry, that they say can make you sleepy. Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, it makes you sleepy. I won't eat turkey.
Sit cross-legged, simple but effective. Sit cross-legged, like what do you like?
Like sit like India style.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Yeah. I think that's like a grounding thing where it like grounds you to like the earth.
Yeah.
With, like helping you to like sync your energy.
Build a ground desk. Wouldn't that, like, I always just fear like that's gonna be bad for my back. Maybe you can get like some back support for it or something like that.
Yeah, I think that they say if you like sleep on like the floor, like on your back, I guess also like help your back or something like that also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that also.
Yeah. I tried to sleep on my apartment floor sometimes, like when I was like letting somebody else sleep in my bed, and dude, it sucks. Sleeping on the floor is trash. Because I sleep on my stomach, I don't sleep on my back, and sleeping on your stomach on the floor like hurts. Like I felt like my rib cage was gonna break or something. Yep, that's my life, guys.
God.
My glamorous life.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I slept on the floor.
That's probably a good thing.
I think that one time I tried to. Oh man, one time I did try to. 'Cause I came home, both of my children were in my bed. And then I was like, I'm gonna sleep on the floor, and I lay down on the floor, and they heard me, and they both came and like jumped on the floor and like jumped like sleep on me on the floor.
That's cute.
And I'm like, okay, guys, let's get on the bed. Like I'm gonna have to be like this the whole time because my kids sleep like this, like both arms and legs out, like rolling around all over the place. But I tried to sleep on the floor that one time, and I have like wood floors.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel good.
Yeah,
but
sucks.
I was like, oh, this is good for my back. I think I'm gonna just lay on my back. And it didn't work out. It definitely was hurting like my like shoulder bones or something. I was just laying there like, this ain't it.
Yeah, word.
I need like some blankets or something.
Totally.
I don't know.
A comforter.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys got anything else? We're gonna wrap this up pretty soon.
Yes. It's been a great show. Thank you guys all for tuning in.
Of course.
Is sugar good for you, or does it lower your vibration? Sugar, it depends on what kind of sugar you're using. If you're using like the refined sugar, that stuff is not good for you.
What's the good sugar then?
I would say like brown sugar,
Yeah.
like a natural cane sugar, something like that. And if you can, just kind of like avoid it. Like it depends on what you're using sugar for. I know some people like to put sugar in tea. Like I would suggest to use like agave or honey because it's just as sweet, you know, and it's natural. But it depends on what you're using the sugar for. Yeah, try to eat stuff that has natural fruit sugars. Like if you buy like juice or something, get one that like they don't add sugar in it, because sometimes it'll be like the sugar, like refined sugar is not good for you. Even like corn syrup is like horrible for you.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Corn syrup is really bad for you.
Just eat some fruit. Like just go get some fruit, and if you want something sweet, like eat an apple or some fucking blueberries.
Yeah, watermelon, cantaloupe. I'm not familiar with sugar, mama. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Is that like a candy? Like the
No,
sugar
he's
daddy
saying
candy?
he's saying it's sugar.
I'm such a dork.
Is that a candy? That was awesome.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
That
I
was
don't know who
rad.
said that. I love you. That was like hilarious.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Much love to RX for coming by. Such a pleasure having you here. Make a coping box if you guys are going through depression.
Yes.
That's a really, really good idea. I've never heard of that before. Go outside, get some vitamin D. Just take a walk around your block. It's super easy. It takes no time. You get some sunshine. Eat some vegetables. Cut down on the sugar.
Yes, and the sugar mamas.
The sugar mamas, yeah. Yeah. Any parting words, RX? You got anything to look out for or anything like that?
Yeah, just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. I have an announcement coming up, so look out for that. Yeah, just stay in tune with my Instagram, pretty_Reese, my Twitter, pretty Reese, and I usually post a lot of positive stuff on my Instagram stories, so make sure you guys check that out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good night. Friday, we're going to be doing a watch, so tune in for that. Peace.
Hey.